Hi everyone, welcome to this 30-minute class. So this is my Friday Feel Good. It is Friday today, but you can do it any day of the week. But basically we're just going to get nice and moving pretty quickly. We're going to find sun salutations, get the heat building, and just leave you feeling nice and refreshed and energized for either the rest of your day or for your afternoon. So let me know when you're doing this. Are you doing it on a Friday? Because if you are, hopefully this sets you up for the weekend. And please like this video if you do like this video, and subscribe to our channel because we are going to be bringing out so many more classes for you. So if you want to be the first to know about those, then please subscribe for more classes to come. I hope you enjoyed this class, and I'll meet you back on the mat. So, as it is Friday, we're going to start standing at the top of the mat. So I'd just like you to take your feet hip distance apart, toes pointing forwards. Just do a little bit of a gentle rock side to side, even forwards and backwards, just so you find that nice even distribution in your feet. All 10 toes planted down on the mat. And then once you're there, we're just going to roll those shoulders up, back and down. Palms facing forwards, find a slight tuck of the pelvis and feel the crown of the head reaching up. I want you to close your eyes. So here in your mountain pose in Tadasana, strong through those legs, feel the fingertips drawing down, shoulders rolling back. And I just want you to take a nice big deep breath in through the nose. Let it go all the way down into the belly. And then open the mouth, sigh the breath out. Nice and loud. And again, inhale. Filling up a little bit more. Open the mouth, sigh the breath out. And again, inhale. Let it go all the way up into the chest, into the ribs. Open the mouth, sigh it out. Closing the mouth now. Just keep that breath going in and out through the nose. Inhale and exhale. And again, inhaling and exhaling. Let's go for one more big breath in and big breath out. We'll gently open the eyes now. Just let those arms hang down by the sides, slight bend in the legs. Spine nice loose. In the body, we'll just slowly start to sway a little bit side to side. Let those arms be heavy. Find a little twist in that spine, in that lower back. Still keeping that breath. Inhale and exhale. And then we'll come all the way back through center. From here, I want you to bring the feet together. And then I want you to place your hands on top of your knees and then start to bend into those legs nice and deep, almost like we're sitting into a chair pose. So make sure that those knees are pulling back. And then from here, we'll just start to straighten them, take a little bit of a forward fold, and then bend them again. Nice and deep. And again, straighten, and then bend. And straighten, and bend. And then from here, we'll start to draw some big circles with those knees. We can go clockwise. So you're kind of warming up into those ankles as well as those knees, like a little dance. And then we'll go the other way, anti-clockwise. Nice big circles. And then coming back through center, straighten the legs. We'll take a forward fold down towards the mat. From here, just toe heel the feet out a little bit wider so they're hip distance apart again. Bend into the legs a little bit, and we'll just find that nice sway side to side. Nice and heavy with the body. Shake the head a little bit. Arms are nice and loose, swaying side to side. Inhale and exhale. And then from here, we'll roll all the way up to standing. Rolling through the spine, head comes up last. And then we'll bring the hands all the way up overhead. Bring the palms together. And this time I want you to interlace the hands and then flip the palms to face up towards the ceiling. Inhale here, reach a little higher. As we exhale, take the hands over towards the right little side bend. And then inhale back through center. Exhale over towards the left. Inhale back through center. Exhale to the right again. Inhaling through center. Exhale to the left. And then we inhale back through center. Release the hands. Circle the arms all the way back behind. And we'll see if we can interlace those hands behind our backs. And again, if you can't reach, then either taking the clothing or a yoga strap if you have one. But I want you to roll the shoulders back, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Inhale here, start to lift the chest, lift the chin. And then as we exhale, we take a forward fold, bend into the legs here. Let the head hang down. And then wherever your hands are, maybe they're just still towards that lower back, that's fine. Just thinking about rolling those shoulders back. Or maybe they're up towards the ceiling or even falling out in front. But wherever they are, we want to think about squeezing those shoulder blades together. From here, we inhale, find a halfway lift. Find this nice flat back, squeeze the shoulder blades together, exhale, fold again. And then here, take the hands slightly over towards the right as we start to straighten the left leg. So finding this little twist. That right leg is bent, trying to get that right shoulder towards that right knee. Inhaling here. Exhale, come back through center, bend into both legs. And then as we start to straighten the right leg, you can feel the hands falling over towards the left. Inhale. Exhale, back through center, bend into the legs. And then let the hands release down towards the mat. One more time, give them a little shake. Sway. And then we'll come all the way up to standing. Inhaling, rolling up. Hands sweep up overhead, palms touch. Exhale, bring the palms at the chest, elbows out wide. From here, bring the feet together. We're going to inhale, lift the arms up overhead. Exhale, take a forward fold. Inhale, find a halfway lift. Slide the hands up the shins, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, step the right leg back only, big long step, drop the back knee down, and we untuck the toes. Inhale here, sweep the arms up overhead, bring those palms together, thinking about pressing those hips forwards, almost tucking the pelvis underneath, so you're really feeling that stretch through that front right hip flexor. Inhaling here. As we exhale, I want you to bring that right hand down next to that foot as we open that chest up towards that left hand side, so that left arm reaching up and open. Inhaling here. As we exhale, bring that hand down on the inside of that left foot. As we inhale, open the chest towards the right now. Right hand lifts up. Inhaling here. Stay as we exhale. Working into those hips a little bit. And then bring that top hand down. We can start to straighten in that front leg as we find our half splits. So flexing that front foot. We can even take a little bit of a wiggle here with our hips. Getting in towards the back of the leg. Inhale. And exhale. And then bending into that front leg. Plant that foot. Reach those hands out in front as we step up all the way to the top of the mat. Back in our forward fold. Inhale here, we find our halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, this time step the left leg back so we go through the other side. Big step back, drop the back knee down, untuck the toes. Inhale here, sweep the arms up. Bring those palms together, press those hips forwards. Inhaling. As we exhale, left hand comes down, right hand stays up. Find that gentle twist. Inhale, open that chest a little more. As we exhale, bring that hand down on the inside of that right foot as we see if we can open that chest towards the left. Inhaling here. Exhale to stay. Bringing that hand down now as we start to straighten that front leg, find our half splits. Flex that front foot, like we did on the other side. Just take a little wiggle or rock side to side with those hips. Inhale and exhale. And then shifting forwards now, plant that foot. We can plant those hands, and this time we're going to step all the way back to our downward facing dog. So feet towards the back of the mat, Feet hip distance apart, a little bend in those legs first as we start to press through the hands, lengthening out through the spine. Make sure the neck is nice and released. Inhaling here and exhale. We're going to inhale, shift forwards, find our high plank position. Shoulders over the wrists. Exhale, take the hips up and back, find our downward facing dog. And again, inhaling, shifting forwards, high plank, strong core. Exhale, hips up and back, downward dog. One more time, inhale, shift forwards, high plank. This time, exhale, lower the knees, take the elbows back, chaturanga halfway down. Strong in those arms. And then all the way onto our belly, untuck the toes. From here, I want you to bring your hands towards the outsides of the mat, coming up onto our fingertips, so tensing up onto our hands. Elbows out wide. We inhale, start to lift our chest. Feel like we're pressing into the backs of the tops of the feet and rolling the shoulders back. Inhale. As we exhale, drop the right shoulder down, looking over the left, finding this nice stretch through those shoulders. Inhale up through center. Exhale, left shoulder down, looking over the right. Inhaling, lifting. Exhale, lower back down, plant those hands underneath those shoulders, press through the hands and the knees so we find ourselves in our tabletop position. Just take a little wiggle here, side to side. And we'll find our cat-cows. Inhale, scoop the belly down, lift the chest, lift the chin. Exhale to round the spine, press down through those hands, look up towards the belly button. And again, inhale. And exhale. And inhaling, lifting. And exhaling, rounding. And from here, we'll tuck the toes underneath, press through the hands and the feet, lift the hips up and back, coming back to our downward facing dog. Inhaling here, downward dog. As we exhale, bend into the legs, look between the hands. You can step or even walk the feet all the way to the top of the mat, toes together. Inhale here, find a halfway lift, flat back. Exhale to fold. Inhaling, rolling up to standing, bring the arms up overhead, palms touch. Exhale, palms at the chest. Now here to start building up some heat, we're going to move through our Sun Salutation A. So we'll start the first one nice and slowly, and then we'll start to speed it up a little bit. So feet together, toes touching, heels slightly apart. We're going to inhale, lift the arms up overhead, palms touch. You can take the gaze up. Exhale, we take a forward fold. Inhale here, halfway lift, find that flat back. You can slide the hands up the shins. Exhale, plant the hands. We'll step back to our high plank position. Inhaling here, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Shift forwards, then lower down halfway. Inhale to your back bend, cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, hips up and back. Find your downward facing dog. Now we're not going to stay here for too long, just one breath here, inhale. As we exhale, bend the legs, look between the hands, step, walk or hop the feet up. Toes together, we inhale, find a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhaling, rolling up to standing, arms come up. Exhale, palms at the chest, we go again. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Now one long exhale, plant the hands, step the feet back all the way through into our chaturanga, halfway down. Inhale to your back bend. And exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. One breath, inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look between the hands. You can step, walk, or even hop the feet up. We inhale, find a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhaling, rolling up, arms come up. Exhale, palms at the chest. We're going to do 3 more rounds to really start to focus on linking that breath to the movement. Inhale here, lift the arms. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Long exhale, step or hop back through your chaturanga halfway down. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Just one breath. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look between the hands, step, walk or hop. We inhale, find a flat back once we get there. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rolling up, arms come up. Exhale, palms up the chest. 2 more rounds. Inhaling, lift those arms. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Long exhale, take yourself back through your chaturanga. Any variations, you can still lower those knees. Inhale to your back bend. And exhale, hips up and back, the downward facing dog. Inhaling here. Exhale, bend the knees, look between the hands, step, walk or hop. We inhale, find a flat back. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rolling up. And exhale, bring the palms at the chest. Last round. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Long exhale through your chaturanga, halfway down. Inhale to your back bend, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhaling here. And exhale, bend the knees, look between the hands, step, walk or hop the feet up. We inhale here, find a flat back. Exhale to fold. And inhale, rolling up to standing, arms come up overhead, palms touch. And exhale, bring the palms at the chest. Whew. So here we're going to take those feet out wide, giving ourselves a little bit of a rest, coming down into our yoga squat. So bend into the legs, let those knees draw out wide, and we'll just wiggle those hips down nice and low. You can readjust your feet if you want to, getting yourself nice and comfortable, but thinking about those knees drawing out wide. If you lost the breath a little bit there, just focus on that breath. Take a big inhale and exhale. And again, inhaling and exhaling. Let's go for one more breath. Inhale and exhale. This inhale, we're going to stand up nice and strong through those legs. Inhale, reach those arms up overhead. And exhale, bring the palms at the chest. Once again, bring the feet together. Toes touching, heels slightly apart. So we just did our Sun Salutation A. We're now going to move through Sun Salutation B. So when we're ready, we start in our chair pose. So start to bend into those legs like we did at the beginning of the class. You can bring the fingertips down towards the mat. Just make sure that you can see your toes, you can see your feet. And then where the legs are, we start to lift the chest, lift the arms. Squeeze that core, squeeze those knees together. Inhale. As we exhale, straighten the legs, take a forward fold. Inhale here, flat back. Long exhale through your chaturanga. Inhaling to your back bend. And exhale, downward facing dog. We keep moving. Inhale, lift the right leg up. Exhale to step the foot through between the hands. And if it doesn't quite get there, then just drop that back knee down. Take a hold of that ankle and just step that foot up nice and high. Then we lift that back knee up. Here I want to make sure the feet are on those train tracks so they're a little bit out wider. And then we're going to drop the back heel down, but at 45 degrees. So it's not parallel with the short edge of the mat, but it's at a 45-degree angle. Those toes are still pointing towards that left-hand corner. And then from here, bend into that front leg. We start to lift the arms up, finding our warrior one. So bring the palms together. Warrior one's a little different. It's like high lunge. So you've still got those hips square towards the front of the mat, but we've just got that back heel down. And if this doesn't feel nice in that back heel, then you can just lift it up, find our high lunge. Inhaling here, bend into that front leg. As we exhale, we bring those hands down, and once again, we find that vinyasa. I know there's a lot of vinyasas in today's class. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Other side, we inhale, lift the left leg up. Exhale to step that foot through as high up between those hands. Again, readjusting if we need to. Check in with those feet. We drop the back heel down 45 degrees. Standing up strong, bring those arms up overhead. Bend into that front leg. Check in, those hips aren't facing towards the side. They're nice and square. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Inhaling here. As we exhale, bring those hands down. Once again, take that vinyasa. Halfway down, chaturanga. Inhale, back bend. And exhale, downward facing dog. Now here we'll take a little bit of a rest. So if downward dog doesn't feel like a rest for you right now, then we can just bring the knees down, find a child's pose. I'm just going to take some nice big breaths here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhaling. And exhaling. And again, nice big breath in. And out. And if you're in your child's pose, just coming back to downward dog. Everybody inhale together. Exhale, bend the knees, look between the hands, step, walk or hop the feet up. We inhale, find a flat back, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Sitting back to your chair, bend into the legs, sweep the arms up, inhaling. Exhale, come to standing, palms at the chest. So from here, coming back to our yoga squat, take the feet out wide. And we'll start to bend into those legs. Once again, wiggling those hips down nice and low. Think about those knees drawing out wide, bring the palms together. Inhaling here. And exhale. From here, bring the palms down. Start to lift the hips up. We're going to step the left leg back only. Big step back to the back of the mat, drop the back knee down and tuck the toes. Finding ourselves in our lizard pose here. So start to roll onto the outside blade of that right foot, let that knee fall out towards the side. Working into that outer hip a little bit here. If you want, you can use that right hand, just gently press that knee away, open that chest. And if you want to, you can lift that back foot in. See if you can take a hold of that foot with that hand. That's not necessary if you don't want to. We want to focus on that right outer hip. Inhale where we are. Exhale to stay. And slowly release that foot down. Bring that right hand down to the shoulder. Lift that back knee up. We step back up to our malasana, to that yoga squat. So step that left foot to the outside of the left hand. Sink the hips down, just take a little wiggle, inhale, and exhale. Other side, bring those hands down. We step that right foot back this time. Drop the back knee down, untuck the toes. And then from here, we start to roll onto the outside of that left foot. Let that left knee fall out towards the side. You can use that hand against that knee. And again, we can just stay here. Only if you want to, and only if you feel like it adds to this stretch, you can bring that foot in and take a hold. But sometimes it takes it away from that nice stretch we get in that outer hip. So you don't need to do it if you don't want to. Inhaling. And exhaling. And again, inhale. And exhale. Bring that hand back down under the shoulder. Tuck the back toes. From here, we're going to step all the way back to our downward facing dog. Walk through the feet. Inhaling here. As we exhale, bend into the legs, look between the hands. Now we can step or have a go at hopping through to seated. So bringing those feet through between the hands. And we'll find ourselves in a seated position. And then from here, I want you to bring the soles of the feet together. Let the knees fall out wide. Just take a little rock side to side here. Now if we want, we can either take our hands on top of those knees and just, not too much, just gently apply a little bit of pressure, encouraging those knees out a little bit wider. If If that's okay, you can start to bring the hands onto the feet or the ankles, and maybe taking a little forward fold, you can start to use your elbows to draw those knees out. Inhaling where we are, exhale to stay, or maybe folding forwards a little bit deeper. Inhale and exhale. And then here, going all the way up. Take a hold of the backs of the knees. Just bring those knees in, give them a little squeeze. Then we're going to roll all the way onto our backs. Start by bringing that right knee into the chest and let that left leg go out long. Here, just find this gentle twist. Guide that knee over towards the left, wringing out through the spine. Inhale and exhale. And again, inhaling and exhaling. And then coming back through center, let that right leg go out long. Bring that left knee into the chest, draw it in. Big breath in, exhale, guide it over towards the right, wringing out through that spine. Big breath in, breathe down into that belly. Exhale, release a little bit more. And again, inhaling. And exhaling. Okay, coming onto our back. So I want you to bring both knees into the chest, give them a little squeeze in. And then here, take the hands on towards the insides of the knees. We're going to take a hold of either the ankles or the shins. And then I want you to keep the feet together. So it's not our happy baby where the feet are sticking up in the air. But we're going to keep those feet together like we found when we were seated. And then either taking a hold of the feet or the ankles, like I said, you can start to draw those feet in towards you a little bit closer. And then you can start to use your elbows or the forearms to just gently squeeze those knees out a little bit. So it's like we found when we were seated just a moment ago, but now we're on our back. And it can feel quite nice to just sort of rock a little bit side to side, massaging that lower back. Just a little bit more gentle. And if you have a hold of the outsides of the feet, you can draw them in a little bit closer. Inhaling and exhaling. And then from here, release the feet, give the knees a little squeeze in. And then I want you to take the feet out long and just give ourselves just short moment here, not too long. In our Shavasana, I just want to feel the body nice and heavy against the ground. So arms by the sides, palms facing up. Let the feet fall apart. And then closing the eyes, we'll just start by taking one big breath in. And I want to hold at the top, so fill the lungs up as much as we can. And then we're going to open them out and a big sigh, nice and loud, release all that air. Feeling all the muscles in the body relaxing and letting go. So we're not going to stay too long here. Just start to deepen the breath again and start to wiggle the hands and the feet. You can take some nice big stretches. And then from here, just start to bring the knees back into the chest. And either rocking onto your side, or you can rock straight up. And then we'll all come to a nice comfortable seated position. And then once we're there, just roll those shoulders up, back, and down. Eyes still closed. Bring the palms together. Namaste.